Hello everyone, it's Brittany again, and I am going to be doing a continuation of my What is on My iPod series. This is going to be video number 3. If you haven't checked out my other videos, you can go into my channel and there you go, What's in My iPod number 1 and What's in My iPod number 2. Now number 1 I kind of covered songs I have recently downloaded onto my iPod, and then video number 2 was new music, so like what songs are currently playing on the radio that's on my iPod. So this one is going to be really cool for me, and it is what my favorite songs are that are on my iPod. So I'm just going to kind of go through different genres that I have on my iPod and talk about some of my favorite songs. If you like some of these songs, if you want to recommend, some other songs for me to do, you can always put that in the comments below. So let's get started. So probably one of my all-time favorite songs, this came out in the mid-90s, is George Strait's Check Yes or No. This is definitely one of my all-time favorite songs. I absolutely love this song. It takes me back to being in elementary school, which was kind of funny. Was when I was in second grade, this song came out, and I had a crush on a guy in my class, and I did the whole check yes or no note thing, and it was just really cool. So, and even in going into middle school, I would always do the check yes or no notes. If I liked someone, I'd send them a note, and I'd always check yes or no on it. So I absolutely love the song. Whenever it comes on, I always play it. And the thing I like about it is it's not just about childhood sweethearts. They kind of go up through them meeting and you know liking each other in elementary school to them being married, and it's just a really good feel good love song. The next song that I'm going to talk about is by Luke Bryan, and it's Huntin', Fishin', Lovin' Every Day. I really like this song. It was one of those songs that when I started listening to the album, I typically there's specific artists that whenever I hear they release a new album, I will go and find that album, and then I'll listen to the album, and then what I'll do is find songs that I really like, and then I'll sit there and go, oh, I hope they make this a single. And Huntin', Fishin', Lovin' Every Day was definitely one of those songs by Luke Bryan's song, and I'm trying to remember the name of the I think it's I'm trying to remember the name of the album it was on. But anyway, I absolutely love this song. It definitely describes, growing up in the South, growing up in the country, and how that way life is. And the other thing is it really reminds me of my grandfather because he hunted, he fished, and that was just his way of life. So I really love that song because it kind of, reminds me of my grandfather. The next song that has always been one of my favorites is Boots Scootin' Boogie by Brooks and Dunn. Brooks and Dunn was actually my first concert. I was 2 years old, and believe it or not, I knew like every word of their songs in which they'd have been out for maybe a year or two whenever I saw them, and I knew every single one of their songs. They are still to this day one of my favorite bands, even though they're not recording music anymore. But Boots Scootin' Boogie is definitely one of my favorites. It's really fun to dance to. It's one of those songs you just play it and you just start like kind of dancing in your car to, and it's just a really cool song. Another one of my favorite songs is The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia by Reba McEntire. I absolutely love Reba. She's one of those people that there's not many of her songs I don't like, and I definitely like this one. It tells a very interesting and very good story. If you've never heard of it, I definitely encourage you to check it out, but it's got like this kind of old southern crime feel to it, so if you're into crime and everything, definitely listen to the song. It's one of my favorites to do karaoke to, and I just love the song. It's a really cool song. The next song is I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to think of them in my head as I go. The next song that's one of my favorite songs is Kenny Chesney's There Goes My Life. I really like this song. I think it came out when I was in middle school, maybe a little bit younger, maybe a little bit older. I'm not exactly sure. But I love the song. It tells a really good story. You're not really sure exactly how the song's going to go whenever you first hear it, but it's a really cool story for anyone to listen to. Almost anyone can relate to it, especially if you have kids. And It's one of his songs that aren't really beachy. He's not one of my favorite artists. He was when he first started, but now that most of his songs are about, boats and the ocean and beaches and pirates and everything. I'm not really into him, but There Goes My Life is definitely a different spin on what he normally does. One of my next favorite songs is by Trace Atkins, and it's called Arlington. It's one of those songs that you hear it, and I automatically get chills every time I hear it because it's talking about a very sacred and very hallowed ground, and it just does a really good and it does a really good telling of what Arlington is and what an honor it is to be buried there. And it's just a really cool song. If you like Trace Atkins and you haven't heard that song, definitely check it out. My next favorite song is by Craig Morgan, and it's called "That's What I Love About Sunday." It's a now this song I think spent 6 weeks at #1, and I want to say back in 2003, maybe 2004. I'm not exactly sure what year it was, but it was a really big song that year, and it was kind of the first song that he released that everyone knew who he was. And Craig Morgan's one of those artists. He's one of my favorite artists. I love almost everything he puts out. But this one was really, really, really personal to me because it describes how I grew up and what church was like when I grew up, what Sundays were like where I grew up. One of the lines that definitely is really special to me is have some chicken and some baked beans almost every Sunday after church, or whether I went to church that Sunday or not, we would have chicken and baked beans. So that's definitely a song that's extremely personal to me. I'm going to kind of turn away from country and go into a couple other genres. I'm going to go to the rock genre now. One of my favorite songs is actually a cover, which I'm kind of on the fence with covers. It depends on who's covering them. But the first one is Simple Man, and it was originally done by Leonard Skinner. But if you haven't heard the Shinedown version, I definitely encourage you to hear the Shinedown version. It's amazing. It's really good classic southern rock song. It has a little bit more of a modern rock twist to it, but it sounds to me even better than the original. And I know people are gonna get into me like, oh my god, you're dissing on Leonard Skinner. No, I'm not dissing on Leonard Skinner. Leonard Skinner is one of my favorite bands, but I definitely think Shinedown puts a more modern twist on it to where people of modern rock can enjoy it as well. Another song I really like is called Dear God. That's it. Dear God by Avenged Sevenfold. Now, Avenged Sevenfold is a band that I've just within the past couple years started listening to. They are a little bit harder than what I listened to when I was younger. Dear God is a really good song. It's kind of a love song of a little bit, but it's a really good song. M Shadows' vocals is really good on it. There's really good drums. There's really good guitar on it. It's just a really good, slow rock ballad to listen to. Now, there are two classic rock songs that are always my go-to songs whenever I want to get in a good mood or just start, having a sing-along competition in my car with myself. The first one is Pour Some Sugar on Me by Def Leppard. I absolutely love that song. I think I first heard it, I think it was a movie. I don't remember which movie it was, but it was on the soundtrack of one of the movies, and I absolutely love the song. It's everyone I think loves Pour Some Sugar on Me. It's a really great song. And if you only know one song by Def Leppard, it's typically Pour Some Sugar on Me. The next song I really like is Journey's Don't Stop Believin'. It's one of those songs, again, most people know it, and it's one of those songs like you can literally go back and forth with different people and everyone knows the lyrics to it. It's just a really good song to, put you in the mood for, getting off work or going somewhere. It puts everyone in a good mood whenever they hear it. It's one of those songs, the minute it comes on, everyone starts singing along to it. One of my favorite Christian contemporary songs is I Can Only Imagine. This came out, I believe I was in middle school. And it's just one of those really, really good songs that whenever you listen to it, it just kind of hits you in the feels. Especially, if you've lost someone that they were a Christian, then you can listen to it and it kind of makes you feel better about, still sad that they die, but that they are in a better place. And I've heard a lot of people that, they have relatives that, they know they're going to be gone soon, then they listen to this song because it kind of makes them feel like, okay, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Even though I am leaving this world, I do have something to look forward to. I am going to go a little bit into pop songs. Most of the pop that I listened to when I was younger was, Britney Spears, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. I'm not going to cover too many. I'm not going to cover any of their songs because it's been so long since I've heard any of theirs. I do like most of their songs. One of my favorite, a couple of my favorite pop groups, or people, I love Train. One of my favorite Train songs is Marry Me. It's a really, really cute song. I mean, it can get a little creepy with the fact that, he's wanting to marry this girl and he's never even said hello to her. So that can get a little creepy. But there is a wedding song version where it takes that line out. So it's less creepy. If you listen to the wedding song version, you can go on YouTube and just search Train's Marry Me wedding song version or first dance version it might be, and it's really, really good. And then the other pop song I really like is that there's actually two. They're both by Ed Sheeran. I love Perfect and I love Thinking Out Loud. Now, Thinking Out Loud was actually my first dance song at my wedding, and then we used Perfect during the pre-wedding ceremony when there were people walking down the aisle before I walked down. And it's a really, really pretty song. It's a really good love song. I think Ed Sheeran does really well with writing love songs that a lot of people will remember forever, and it seems like it kind of takes notice of every couple. Like almost every couple can relate to one of his songs. So these were what this is going to be the end of this video. Again, if you liked it, please comment in the bottom. If you have any other, please comment in the comment box below. If you have any suggestions of songs that I should listen to or that you want to recommend, you can put them down there as well. If you liked it, please give this video a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Bye.